like to say a few brief words. But first and foremost, I want to introduce two very special guests who are with me today to my right, my wife Celeste and my daughter Caroline. And I truly thank them for their love and unwavering support for me over these years and sometimes very difficult hours away from the home. I also want to recognize my stepdaughters who couldn't be here. Emma, who's in the middle of midterms at DePaul University, very important. Madeline, who's studying abroad in Italy, and Adrian, who's right in the middle of her first session in law school in the South. But they're very excited about of what's happening here, and they extend their gratitude as well. I also would like to thank a few people who aren't here as well. My parents, Tom and Colette Durkin, who live in the west suburbs. They raised 8 boys in a very small house in Westchester, Illinois. And it was truly an incredible generation of people during that time. They raised 8 boys and sacrificed everything for the benefit of us. And I wish they were here, but they are here in spirit. But I just want to thank them for the guidance they gave us, and all of us are very privileged to have been raised by 2 wonderful parents. And they'll receive a DVD, they'll see this, but I want them to know that that they're in our thoughts and in our hearts today. But I'd also like to recognize some of my siblings who've joined us today, who are in the gallery. And in order, my oldest brother Tom, Bill, Bob, Mike and Pat, who are here, and I appreciate their attendance here today, and I truly appreciate that their employers gave them the time off today to come here, because 2 of my brothers unfortunately have business conflicts, and their employers did not give them that opportunity. But I just wanted a little word to my 2 brothers who couldn't make it here. They can tell this to their employers. If they are looking for EDGE tax credits anytime in the near future, they should not look to the House Republican Caucus for any help anytime soon. But I also would like to thank my good friend Tom Cross, who, for his dedication in leading the House Republican Caucus for the past 11 years. Tom, thank you. I also need to thank my colleagues in the House Republicans caucus for putting their faith in me and coming together as a unified caucus. And that was very important for us when we met last summer, and that is still true today. Thank you, everyone. As I undertake this awesome responsibility, and it really is an awesome responsibility to lead our caucus and move Illinois forward, I want every member of this legislature to know, and this body to realize that my door is always open. And it has been in the past, and it will continue with that way. But my message today is not just for Republicans, but also for my friends across the aisle. We're going to reach across the aisle, work with you to find solutions to the many challenges that confront us as a body. Each of us, Republican or Democrat, whether we're from Chicago, the suburbs, or downstate, we're sent here to solve problems. While we may not set the agenda in the minority, we will and we must be part of the discussion and also the solution. The House Republican Caucus represents more than 5 million Illinoisans. That's men, women, and children throughout the state of Illinois, 5 million, and their voices will be heard. We won't always agree, but we also must always give our best efforts, work hard to build consensus, and find areas of common ground. I am grateful to have a terrific leadership team in place who share these goals for our caucus, for this chamber, and also for the state of Illinois. A leadership team that reflects the strength and diversity of Illinois. I would like to recognize our 2 deputy leaders. My esteemed colleague, David Leach of Peoria, one of the most knowledgeable, intelligent, and respected members who have ever served in this body. David, thank you for serving in that position. Talk about institutional knowledge, there's no one better, and I encourage new members to talk to David at some point during the course of this session. You'll be well served by that. And also behind me, I want to recognize my good friend and neighboring district and colleague, Patty Bellock of Hinsdale. You all know Patty as a champion of human services, an expert on Medicaid, and a passionate advocate for families with disabilities, and also the most vulnerable among us. Patty is also the first woman to serve as deputy leader of our caucus. Patty, thank you very much. I also want to take note of the rest of our leadership team. Representative Dan Brady of McLean County. Dan, thank you. Representative Chad Hayes from Vermillion. Chad, where are you? Representative Bill Mitchell of Macon County. Bill. Representative Joanne Osmond of Lake County. Representative Mike Tryon of McHenry County. And the gentleman who was kind enough to make the motion earlier, Representative Dennis Rebeletti of DuPage County. And of course, our conference chair, Representative Mike Bost of Jackson County. I would also like to recognize our outstanding team of floor leaders. Assistant leaders Rebeletti and Hayes will be serving in that capacity, in addition to the exceptionally talented and hardworking representatives of Ed Sullivan and Ron Sandak will also be part of the floor leadership team. Thank you for the hard work you gentlemen have ahead of you. Together, folks, we will work together to advance strong public policy that will help Illinois attract and retain new jobs. Together, we will advocate for common sense budget principles to restore state finances to a firm financial ground and for the future. And in all that we do, strive to build a future of opportunity for every family, every student, every small business and owner, and entrepreneur, and every man, woman, child who calls Illinois home. I am anxious to begin this journey together with each and every one of you. Thank you again, Mr. Speaker, for this time, and also thank you to my colleagues for placing your confidence in me. I'm prepared to go to work, and again, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity.